So here's the snow serpent outside of the packaging and with all of his accessories. And first impressions is he's pretty cool looking. He's a little bit bulkier than I thought he was gonna be. I wasn't sure what body they were gonna use for him, but having that bulkier body, I mean, it makes sense. He's wearing heavier clothing to, go through that snow, be in the Arctic. So pretty cool. I don't have the first release version of this one. I didn't grab it. Maybe I'll still grab one in the future, but this one was easier to get a hold of. I wasn't able to get a hold of the first one. And I'm not sure what it's running on that aftermarket now, but this one, even if I don't get the other one, seems to be like, it'll be good enough for me. So just taking a look at his accessories, he's got this really big backpack, just all white, plain. Got the little, it's got a lot of detail in there. Very cool. But nothing else to like really bring it out. The canteens are just the black. Got his goggles. Also very nice with this blue sheen on it. He's got two pistols, both the same. We've got his little snowshoes. We got his little rifle. Got a working bipod. And then we got his stand, which is pretty cool. Different color. It's all in white. We know I won't be using that, but pretty cool to see in a different color. So just a little bit closer look at this rifle. It's got a working bipod. The mag does actually drop out of there. Pretty cool. Got a front grip. Pretty cool. Just pretty, a little plain. No washes, no details or anything like that. It is very sturdy plastic though, so that is very cool. Really nice, but plain. So a little down on that. Even the pistols are pretty plain, nothing going on there. This snowshoes, plain. Got a nice little texturing on the bottom. But other than that, nothing else really going on. So the goggles got the nice shiny blue on there, which I do like. And then the bag had got all kinds of details on there, but I don't know for sure if this is the Viper one. Like if it's been used before, probably. But it could have used like, maybe even like a little gray wash or something, So let's take a look at the figure himself. So here's the snow serpent and it looks pretty cool. Not bad. He's got, I would say it doesn't really jump out at me. It's got a little plainish looking, I guess. So the blue here on the vest, it's got some nice silver tabs, latches, everything like that on there. Pretty cool, but the rest of it is like this weird blue. It doesn't say like I've really been used. I guess it just comes off as like a toy. I'll put it like that. It's really shiny, like it's like plasticky looking. So a nice little, I don't want to say wash for everything, but something added to it could have helped it pop a little bit more. Hope that makes sense. Now you've got the silver around the goggles, the eye area. That's pretty cool. The helmet's got little designs in there, but nothing is popping out because there's no extra paint. You got this fur here. Now that looks to have a little bit of extra paint on there. Not a lot. Could have used a little bit more, especially here in the front. Like it's dirty a little bit, but it looks cool. Got the little Cobra logo on his arm, got the blue there. And I get not having to want like a bunch of colors on them because you're trying to blend in with your surroundings, but also it just comes off, like, again, a little plasticky. These parts on his thigh, these little holsters, are not molded in, so they drop down. I don't like that. I get it, it's easy to slap on a different body and reuse it and everything like that, but yeah, we all know they'll be dropping like crazy over time. I don't know, maybe it'll need some glue or something at some point. So really cool choice to the body. He's not just your standard smaller body. I like that though. Articulation. Let's get into that. So articulation wise, this guy looks down pretty good. He looks up really well. That looks really good. And his neck is just like a lot of the figures where they actually have another ball down here. But his is working like really well. I mean, look at that. You got a lot of that personality. And it just rolls around very well. Like, I don't remember the last classified I had that moved that well. That's really good. We got T-pose, really nice T-pose. You got the upper bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows. Get good range of motion in there. You got a diaphragm cut up here, but I'm not getting much out of it. As far as turning, pretty tight right there. It stops and wants to come back. Front and back isn't much. You got the ball waist, which also wants to kind of come back. Not gonna go too crazy with it, but bends back, bends forward okay. The head makes it look like it's a lot more forward than what it is. We got his leg almost comes forward like a Y joint, because once you go up to a certain point, it almost kind of starts to go out a little bit. But I don't believe it is. Drop down hips, upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless knees, but it stops right about there and gets kind of hindered by the sculpt right in there. You have a cut right at the bottom of the pant leg, and then a hinge and pivot for the foot and ankle. So pretty decent range of motion. I really do like that. That's done really nicely though. I wish they all move like that as well as that, because it can just add so much to a photo. Or any kind of, even on your shelf, just standing there, you know, just kind of a expression. Really nice. So let me get some other figures out here and we'll do a little size comparison. So before doing the size comparison, I'm gonna take a look at him with his accessories on first. So we got the goggles on, which look really good. I like the paint that they used. That's just a really nice color to me. Got him holding his rifle, which it was pretty hard to actually get it into his hand with the finger going through the, placed on the trigger. His finger wants to be really close down, like the Cobra Eel was like that also. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's just hard to get that extra finger in there. I guess maybe I'll leave it like that for now. You got his little snowshoes on. They slide right on and peg right into the bottom of the feet. His pistols are in the holster. Got his backpack on. And it looks really cool. Nice little simple design. Not much really else going on for him. Not terrible. There wasn't a lot of paint on this guy. Everything's pretty much just a solid white, or the silver, slight silver, but white or blue pretty much. Like not even a variation in the blue. But I do like this blue on his goggles a lot. And that's him with the goggles up. So pretty cool. And that is all the accessories that he has. So the first one I'm going to do size comparison with is with the mole rat, which I, just thinking off the top of my head, thought they were going to be pretty much the same, but they are not. I just thought about the thickness that the mole rat had in his suit and just kind of figured they would repurpose it, but they didn't at all. And I don't remember which one came first, the original Snow Serpent or the mole rat. Probably Snow Serpent. But here on the arm, take a look at his right arm. He's got this little port in the shoulder, and Snow Serpent obviously has the fur right there. And then on Snow Serpent, he has the pouch on the bicep, versus Mole Rat has the Cobra logo. And then you got the fur on the Serpent. Mole Rat has like some texturing on his chest, but the Serpent has like pouches underneath. Then he's got another pouch here on this shoulder, and this one is plain with the little port there. Then I thought, well, they both got the thick legs, so maybe those are the same, but they're not also. So Mole Rat has this line right here, and it stops right there before you get to the thigh cut, versus Snow Serpent has this line that runs all the way down. And the pouches on his thigh are thicker for the Snow Serpent versus these skinnier looking ones on Mole Rat. And then the base of the figure looks different also. I mean, the bottom, where the bottom legs are. The boots are different. Just everything is different. They're not even close. I really thought they were going to be very similar, so I was just completely off with that. Now, height-wise, they are about the same height. Here he is next to a couple Arctic bats in their different setups. So we have the normal bat that we're used to, which I love that visor, the shininess, the same thing as his goggles. I love the shininess. And then we have the other loadout for the Arctic bat. But these guys are more of what you'll see with Snow Serpent, I believe, out there in the Arctic and that cold, just running around. So that's a pretty cool look for all of them. And for different lines, here he is next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man and a Jada Toys doll scene, which they're all pretty close in height, with this Serpent being just a tiny bit taller than them both. So overall, I think he's a pretty good figure. He's pretty plain, nothing too much going on. I wish I had the first release to kind of compare to. I think that one came with more accessories, and I would like to see the paint differences on it. I wish he would have had a little bit more shading in the blue or the white, a little bit of grays or something like that. But I still like it, and it's a pretty decent army builder. Just nothing too crazy about it. Not with all the missing paint details that they could have brought out. So overall, still pretty good. Just not the best it could be. And I'm okay with that. I'll grab a couple more. But that'll be it for them. Maybe if I can find one of the previous releases, he could be like my leader of them or something like that. so many ways to go about it. But that's going to be the end of this review, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.